Greetings and welcome to the channel. You are tuned in to the North Node Oracle, and in this reading we're going to be tapping into the energy of how do people from the past see you now. Now we have three different groups to choose from, or images. We have number one, this is empowerment. For group two, we have emergence. And for group three, we have Gaia. Cast your gaze on the different images and pick whichever one resonates for you. And if more than one resonates, you can do that too. Well, I will see you in your group. If you chose empowerment, group number one, then this is your group. And the topic of this check-in or this reading is, how do people from your past see you now? Now, within this card here, I see a lot of gold, I see bits of orange, and I see bits of blue here. Now, the biggest thing here that I see is this blue. So some people could be seeing you, group one, as someone who didn't used to speak up, or who was kind of choking down your truth until, we have the gold here on the tips, until you gained a little more self-confidence here. So that is, how people are. Some people from the past are viewing you, pile one. I see you speaking up for what you believe in. I also see all this power here around your voice, and I'm hearing something in regards to looking to other people when you say things to see if they approve. But that was in the past. Now here, because you've chosen this empowerment card, it looks like there's been something that has opened you up to being more courageous, opened you up to, again, speaking, saying what you think more, not really focusing on what others are saying about you. And that's how some people from the past see you now. Let's go ahead and read a little bit of this card. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we still are connected through the same source. So this show up fully and completely thing, what I'm saying here with you, group one, is that may have been the problem in the past, or what's different about you. Okay, I'm hearing that some of you were not showing up as your full self. You were showing up as someone who had deep emotions within you and a lot of stuff to say, but you didn't have the courage to say it. But now what I'm seeing here is that is all changing, and at least that is how people from your past are seeing you now. How are people from the past seeing group one? People from the past are seeing you as someone who is valued almost like a hot commodity. People from your past are seeing you as possibly like hard to get to know or hard to get close to. A lot of people from your past could now view you as someone who used to let anybody pass the gate here. But now what it's looking like, group one, is that again, with this empowerment and with this confidence and this newborn courage that you have received through all the hard work you've been doing, you understand now that you are worth protecting. So the people from the past see you as someone who's not that easily accessed here. You could be holding on to your energy. You could be being very selective in regards to the people that you let in close to you, group one. And that is how people from your past are seeing you. Empowered, knowing where you begin and the other one ends, understanding that you do have something to protect. Your stability, your peace, your energy is something to protect. How are people from the past viewing my lovely group number one? How are people from the past viewing group number one? You're also being seen as someone who, first of all, I'm hearing some type of regret here from people from your past, because now that they see you, and they could be looking at you from afar, because with this Four of Pentacles, it looks like you're being very selective in regards to who you allow in your energy field here. What some people are also realizing is that when they were in a relationship with you, rather that be a friendship or any type of relationship, they do understand now that it wasn't an equal give and take. You could have been the person that always gave more. And how people are seeing you now is that you're holding on to your energy, your pentacles, your stability. You're holding on to whatever that is, and you're waiting for someone to come in that is of equal value. People from your past could also be saying that, or how they see you now, well, they could be saying that you are not letting them in, but how they're seeing you is taking nothing less than you deserve. People from your past here are starting to understand or see the love that you have for yourself. And keeping it real here, some people from your past could also be in love with you, not realizing who you were when you stood before them, but now they're in your past. So what they could be realizing is that people from your past can, if they still have access to you, group one, they could be witnessing all this love you are pouring in to yourself here. How do people from group one's past see them now? Yeah, people from your past can see you as rich in some kind of way. Rich in meaning, someone who is about their pentacles, that your stability is what is important. Your peace is what is important. What people from your past could also, how they can see you now is, again, almost like a loner. Like, you do let people in, you do things, but it's almost like how people from your, now I'm getting it here. Because this isn't for everybody from your past. This is a small group of people that didn't really realize who they were dealing with when they were dealing with you. And they did something to get cut off or to get a boundary put on them. They got put out of this gate. So they could be looking at you from there. And what they could be seeing is how you, again, how you're very selective. You only let certain people in now because you have gained your personal power. You have learned or are learning how to stabilize your emotions. We have the sacral chakra here with this orange. You are using your voice a little more here. People from your past also see you as someone who is content, someone is happier than you used to be. They can see you as being very busy and, again, pouring a lot into yourself. Again, holding back. But they definitely see you as a stronger person. And that's not somebody to be playing around with. Let's get some more messages. How do people from group one's past see them now? I'm just going to grab some and then I'm going to put them out. Intimacy. Okay. Jealousy. Love, joy, and freedom. Yeah, people from your past could see you, again, as someone who is only giving your intimacy to certain people here. Only allowing, certain friends in. And of course, that's going to probably cause a little bit of people to be jelly, right? But the reason why you could be doing this, the reason why you could be being selective, you found your empowerment because you've worked on yourself, you're using your voice, and these people from the past see that. It's because you're going forward in love, joy, and freedom here. People from your past, it's interesting because they could see that you are more playful, but just not with them. We have innocent here. I am good enough. We have appreciate self. Success. Yeah, the people from your past do see you as someone who did have an open heart and does have, an open heart here. Some of them could have tried to take advantage of that. And that could have been in regards to your voice and your self-healing. But what this is telling me is that we have, next to that, we have the I am good enough here with that orange, with that sacral chakra. A lot of you are starting to understand how amazing and beautifully made and deserving of grace that you are. A lot of you could be starting to receive some success here. People can be seeing that from your past. And one of the reasons why this could be happening is because you have, again, started to be very selective about who you give your energy to. How do people from the past see group one? They see that your life is at peace. Because, again, there is something that you did. We got these blocks here. We got this gate where people are locked out here. We also have all these books in this space. We got this self-healing. You've become empowered And the thing that's very empowering is that maybe you used to feel like you needed a lot of people and now you don't roll like that. You're good on your own, creating your stability. How do people from the past is gone here. This is how some of them view you. Some of them view you as you're not going to look back. This is also a message telling some of you who are feeling in that zone, that void where you have shed that skin and you have risen up a little more. So of course you're going to leave some people behind, so you may feel a little empty and you might want to go back. But what this is saying is that the past is gone. You've already outgrown that. And that's how people from your past see you now. What else? Get support. And we have go for it. What I'm getting here is a lot of, we're talking about emotional intimacy. And that has nothing to do with the actual act of beep. I'm not going to say what it is, right? But what I'm seeing here is that people from your past are understanding who they had in their midst. I'm hearing friends who didn't really realize that they had a real one, and now that you are empowered, they see how you are rising up and how you are pouring into yourself and how you are keeping up on your lessons. You're in so much peace because you started to appreciate yourself. But people from your past are seeing you as someone who has grown up and is living more and more in their authentic self and using their authentic voice with courage. And you're brave enough to know that all company is not good company. So that's why you're selective. And with you being selective, it gives you more energy to pour into the other things in your life that can lead to whatever success is for you, group one. And that is how people from your past view you. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I am the North Node Oracle, and I hope to see you again soon. Greetings and welcome, group 2. If you chose the image emergence, then this is the group for you. And the question is, what do people from your past think of you now? Or how do people from your past see you now? Now with this emergence card, let's go ahead and dig into it and see what it says here. But I am definitely feeling a vibe with this card here. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with the childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. Group 2, I'm hearing, wow, they're back. This group I'm getting, especially since the card that we have here is emergence, I'm getting you could have taken a vacation. Probably not a literal vacation, but I'm hearing some of you kind of pulled back for a little bit. You probably needed to heal. I'm hearing that some of you actually needed to rebrand yourself, and you could have taken a little bit of a hiatus out of a community or out of a certain thing that you do to kind of figure out how it is that you want to show up in this area, if at all. And what I'm getting is that people from your past now view you, because some of you kind of pull back and then put yourself back into the same community. And some people are very excited to see you, very excited to see what you are going to come up with next. It's almost as if group 2, I'm getting the energy of you blossoming, you hiding away and blossoming. I'm getting the energy of you going dormant for a while, kind of like a bulb when you garden in the winter and your bulb has to be in the dark for a little while. But it's like you've emerged here. And people are seeing you as someone who has blossomed. Let's get some more cards here. We have the Hierophant here. Yeah, again, it's almost as if you were in this cosmic womb. Like whatever it was that you were doing, you could have deactivated your accounts. You could have gone away in some way, shape, or form. Now, if you haven't done that, you could be coming into your authentic self, or you could have decided that there is a certain part of yourself that you would like to integrate into who you are and how you are being seen. And people from your past are seeing this. People from your past are also seeing you as going through some type of lesson here. Some type of self-enlightenment. Some type of, I'm hearing this like know thyself thing. It's almost as if, again, people from your past. So I guess what I'm getting is that some of you could not be in touch with some of the people that are keeping an eye on you, or some people from your past here. But again, when people from your past see you now, the key word here is blossom, because we have these petals. We also have the flowers and the petals here in this staircase. There's some type of knowledge that you've obtained, group 2, and people from your past are looking at you like you have obtained some type of wisdom. People from your past also are viewing you as a lot smarter in regards to who you let into your circle here. People from your past could also be seeing you as less emotional and more intellectual here. How do people from the past group, how do they view my group number 2? So I just slightly slipped up on my words. So some people could, your presence, your new presence could be so powerful that people they don't even know what to say. They don't even know what to say when they see you. Because it's almost as if this personal power that you have, it's almost like you dare someone to come at you with some type of BS here. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Swords. And we have the Tower. So the storyline here, what I'm seeing, group 2, is people from your past see you as someone who has learned how to keep your moves to yourself, to move in silence here, to come up with strategies and to move in silence. There's something that you learned here. There's something that you learned about strategizing and change. this thing that you learned could have completely changed your mind about people, a person. But again, there's this type of knowledge that you have obtained, some type of blossoming. Now, this situation, when it was happening, it probably wasn't the best situation, but how people from your past are seeing you as someone who can't be fooled, someone who is smart, someone who is not afraid of change, also someone resourceful. I'm hearing here that some of you could have had people holding their breath because while you were in this mode here of learning to know thyself, people were wondering what it was that you were doing here. So you emerging here, okay? You emerging here could be blowing some people's minds. How people from your past are viewing you as someone as like this electric fire, like this electric flower here that has bloomed. And it is bloomed because you took these steps to go up and know thyself here. And you came out with your strategy here, with the plan on how to do it again. So people from your past are seeing you as someone who is also very smart. People from your past, though, are also, some of them are shocked. Like I'm hearing like you're just blowing people's minds here. Let's pull some of these messages here. I don't know what I'm going to pull. Whoops. Okay, we got one that came out. But how do people from the past view group number 2? We have compassion. Okay. People from your past could be viewing you as someone who, again, who has an open heart. I'm hearing that you could have found out about something that was offensive that someone did towards you, and people or this person could be shocked at how much compassion you have for them because you still treat them with respect, but you just don't F with them in the other kind of way. People from the past could be feeling like everything now that you touch is starting to turn to gold because they're starting to see some type of success that you have. This could have come from the strategies that you are making here in silence. This could also be because you have a direct line to your higher self. How else are people from the past growing? Excuse me. How else are people from the past viewing group number 2? People want to include you in things now that you've emerged. Again, there's something here about your heart. Something again could have happened because for you to emerge, you had to be kind of like, you know, away from something or withdrawn here. But there's something about your heart and how strong your heart is and how you still remain loving after everything, which could have been the shock, or it could be that that's just how you are. Okay. How are people from the past viewing? How do they see you now? Some people could be wanting you to reach out to them. Someone could want you to reach out to them in regards to a situation that they want to resolve. How do they see them now? Why is this? I feel like someone's wants to come in with this emergence here. Almost maybe you could have cut off people. You could have cut off someone and they want to talk to you, initiate Someone they want you to initiate something with them. People from your past are viewing you as, they could also view you as someone who never initiated anything, but with this new energy, you could be initiating things here. People from your past are seeing you as someone who wants to live a simple life. Some people from your past here could know now that you are following your intuition more. Someone in your past could still be in love with you. Let's get 2 more messages. How do people from the past see my group 2? That's like a lot more than 2. Listen. Doubt cancels abundance. Okay, people from the past here are looking at you as someone who listens to your higher self, and that is starting not to doubt themselves. We have healing also here that came out. People from your past, they're seeing you as someone who is still healing, but someone who has gone through a lot, but has come out very bright and blossomed here. You could also, people from your past could also be saying that you are a healer group 2. Well, that is what I have in this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the North Node Oracle, and I hope to see you again soon. Hello, group 3. If you chose the Gaia card, then this is for you. In this reading, we're going to be tapping into the energy of how do people from your past see you now. Let's go ahead and read some of this Gaia card here. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe. What this is saying here to me, group 3, is people from the past used to see you as someone who felt very disconnected, maybe from the universe, maybe from others, and maybe from yourself. But there's something, group 3, that you have integrated that people are starting to notice now here, especially from the past. It's almost as if you had all these gifts and you didn't really know how to integrate them into your existence, and you have done that. But let's go ahead and see how people from group number 3's past, how they see them now. We have the Page of Cups. People from your past could now see you as the one that got away. Now, the reason why I say this here is because when you look in this image and you see this heart, if you look at the hands and the arms, it's almost like they're drawn in around but empty inside. So you could have been pulling on somebody's heartstrings, group 3, and right when you were standing in front of them, they didn't know. And it probably took a little bit for you to walk away, for them to now see you possibly as that person that they should have offered their cup. How do people from the past see my group number 3? You definitely walked away from some type of situation here. People from your past are seeing you as someone who has learned to understand when enough is enough. You know, here it looks like you put in a lot of work in different situations and didn't really get back what you put in, but people from your past now are seeing you as someone who has walked away from that, and you're now in more of an energy of putting energy into your new adventures. You could even be learning something new here. You know, people from your past could also, again, we have Gaia here and we have this integration. People from your past could see you now as someone who has walked away from a situation that was very abundant with troubles, and now you're in a situation here where you're pouring more into yourself and figuring out what it is that you need to do for you. Group 3. How do people from the past see my group number 3? We have the 9 of Swords here. So again, I'm seeing people from your past being in regret. Group 3. I'm seeing them in regret because, again, we have the 10 of Wands here with this burden. We have the Page of Cups, you know, with this person kind of wishing or wondering, you know, if pigs fly here. But there's some regret here. People from your past view you as someone that, again, they should have known, or they should have realized how hard you work at relationships when they had you in their lives. How do people from the past see my group number 3? Now, my integrated group number 3 here that knows their worth here, and that has learned their lessons. How do people from the past see my group number 3? We're going to do some of these messages too. I'm just going to take a chunk and we're going to read these messages. How do people from the past view group number 3? See, we have service and grace here. People from your past view you again as, you know, someone who had everyone else's best interest in mind. And unfortunately, people saw that you gave more to others and not yourself. But how they are seeing you now, again, is the one that got away. Because we have romance here. People can see that things are going well with you, how they see you, or what you allow them to see. People from your past, again, could be, you know, saying that they're the one that you should be with. I am that. People from the past could wish that they had another moment with you because they effed up. Again, people from the past could be a little disappointed that you moved away from them. And this could be causing someone, maybe a specific person, again with this Page of Cups, you know, it could be causing them some anxiety because not until you decided to pack up your bags and release that 10 of Wands burden did they realize that you were great for them. We have one step at a time, patience, and wait. People from your past are viewing you as someone who is very patient, very methodical. You could have a great routine, something that you do over and over again here. People from your past see you as, again, someone who did face the situation and walked away into your own abundance, into your own growth. We also have witness, don't identify. This is also telling me here that in a lot of parts, you know, of your journey, you did actually look at the situation and try to look at it from a point of view that was fair. But we have the 10 of Wands here showing that that burden did not come with you into this future growth. And what's our last message we have for our group 3 with the question of how do people from your past see you now? We have be supportive. Again, these people or this person wishes that they would have been supportive of you and brought the same energy. But unfortunately now here, we have this 9 of Swords energy, which is their energy and not yours. And that is how people from, your past see you now. They see you as someone who has integrated a lot of the different skills that could have been from, a lot of relationships that had burdens that you decided that you were just going to pack up and move into your future group number 3. Well, that is what I have for you in this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the North Node Oracle, and I hope to see you again soon.